Hey everybody, this is Keith here of Euphoria Pictures. Welcome back to my channel. Right, so I have a special video for you as I have here. It's a very beautiful deluxe release that I got for War of the Planet of the Apes, and I'm actually going to be doing an unboxing for it. So I'm going to bring it in here now and show it to you. So as you can see, this is a one-click Filmarena Maniacs edition, and yeah, it comes in this quite a hefty set. And honestly, I can't wait to take us around this release and show you everything that's inside it. It does contain, I think there's 4 editions inside it. You've got a 3D version of it, you've got a Blu-ray version, you've also got a 4K, and you've also got a collectible gift there as well. And yeah, everything is all top-notch. The artwork looks absolutely exquisite. And I also like some of the differences they've done with some of the postcards that you're going to see in this as well. They've done something a little bit different with them, which I always kind of welcome, particularly with postcards. So yeah, I'm going to be showing you that very soon. I have to put it down because there's an insane weight to it. As for the movie itself, or the trilogy itself, you know what? I'm such a fan of it. It's amazing, but I'm always talking, in this household here, we're always talking about like our favourite trilogies. And some of the usuals always get brought up, the likes of Back to the Future, you know, Lord of the Rings, all them kind of movies. But you always seem to forget about War of the Planet of the Apes, or the Planet of the Apes movies. They're kind of a bit like John Wick with me. They just seem to have gotten better and better with each movie. And even though I've only seen War of the Planet of the Apes once, I remember just loving it. I thought Woody Harrelson was fantastic in it. Andy Serkis, unbelievable. What a voice talent that man is. And he's a wonderful actor, but to bring Caesar alive the way he brought him alive during these 3 movies, he really has to be applauded for it. And thankfully, going by critics alone, he was absolutely praised for this entire trilogy. Now, like I said, I haven't seen this movie in a long time. I do remember being highly emotional watching it, and maybe that's why I haven't gone back to it. Maybe I'm almost, it's almost like I'm trying to brace myself for my second viewing of it. And I think it's coming very soon. I'm kind of itching now to actually watch this trilogy on 4K. And just like the movies themselves, the 4K transfers just get better and better with each movie. The first one, I think, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, I think it looked okay on 4K as far as I remembered. The second one I thought looked amazing, but the only problem with the second one I had was I remember seeing it in 3D, and the 3D looked jaw-dropping in that. Now, that's another thing, whether the 4K is as good as the 3D, maybe that's another debate for a future video. And as for this movie on 4K, it's almost demo-worthy. It looks absolutely fantastic, and yeah, I'm looking forward now to sitting down, watching this trilogy again, and kind of just going on that roller coaster ride that this trilogy brings you on. Right, so I'm going to take us around this set because there is so much to get through, and I think yous are going to really like this release. So yeah, let's get on to it. Right, so here we go. War of the Planet of the Apes. So as you can see, the main cover here is just simply Caesar. Very simplistic artwork, but I actually do love it. It is War of the Planet of the Apes we are talking about here, and of course you would have to put Caesar onto the cover of it. And anyone that's familiar with Filmarena's editions, it does have that beautiful, beautiful soft touch feel to it. It almost feels like silk. It really does feel incredible. And then not just that, but the War of the Planet of the Apes there, as you can see, it's done in heavy spot glossing. So yes, very simple artwork, but I actually do love it. So right then to the bottom we go here. And this gives you your unique number. And as you can see, it is 42 of 400. So a very limited set. And then take us around to the side of it here. And that's the only problem with this kind of paper. Fingerprints appear a lot on it. So apologies for that. So as you can see, there is War of the Planet of the Apes. And that's all done in heavy spot glossing as well. And then right around to the top. And that is Filmarena Maniacs Collector's Box. And this is number 9. And then right around to the other side is more fingerprints. And for freedom, for family, for the planet. And again, all done in heavy spot glossing. And then right around to the back. And it's almost like that sigil that you kind of see during most of these movies. Again, very simplistic artwork. But I'm digging on it. I think it looks great. And that does have some nice spot glossing going on as well. And of course you have all that soft touch paper there as well, which just feels great. I honestly can't praise it enough. So right, that is the actual box itself. Let's open it up and see what we are dealing with. Before we do, I just wanted to show you the inside there. But as you can just see, it says the title a couple of times there inside. And push that to a side, and here we go. This is the contents. So as far as I remember, I think it might be a Blu-ray version here. You got a 3D version there. I think that's a 4K. You've also got a steelbook, and you've also got a gift. And as you can see, they are perfectly housed in there. So there we go. That is the box itself and what's inside it. So let's start with the first edition, and then we'll work our way across. Right, so here we go, edition 1. So actually, you know what, the first thing I will do is there's a J card in the back here. And as you can see, you get that unique card that you always get with Filmarena's editions. And it gives you your unique number, apologies. And as you can see, it's matching to the box itself, 42 of 400. So put that to a side, and yeah, let's get on to the release itself. So as you can see, when I bend the light off this, there is quite a bit going on with this cover here. So just like the main box, you do have that soft touch finish to it. But as you can see with Caesar himself, there is a lot of texturing going on, which looks absolutely fantastic. And then of course, the War of the Planet of the Apes is done in that heavy spot glossing. So yeah, I love the artwork on this. You've simply got Caesar sitting on a horse, kind of in a blizzard there. So yeah, looks pretty cool. And again, loving everything that's going on with this release. So right, take us around to the spine of it. You just simply got War of the Planet of the Apes. Again, all spot glossing going on there, as well with the Blu-ray logo and the 20th century. And then right around to the back, and as you can see there, this is Woody Harrelson's character. And again, I'm not quite sure how well that's the camera's picking it up, but you can actually see his sunglasses is done in some spot glossing, and is the badge there on top of his hat actually has some spot glossing. And it's actually, no, I think of it, so does his badges. So again, I'm not sure how well the camera's picking that up, but yeah, it's very nice. So right then to the top of it, you've got For Freedom. And then right around to the bottom is your unique number again. And that's, as you can see on the left side, that is edition 1. Right, so, and this is the contents inside this release. So let's open it up and have a look. So, right, here we go. So as you can see, you get a steelbook. You got a simple little booklet there as well, and I'm almost certain there's actually art cards inside the steelbook. So I will put the steelbook to a side. I'll quickly show the booklet. So you got War of the Planet of the Apes. You got that little girl this time behind Caesar's face. And then right around to the back. And that's actually some beautiful artwork on the back of this booklet. So let's see what this booklet is. Is it just simply stills from the movie itself? Yes, it is. So I've said this in numerous, there's actually some behind the scenes shots there as well. So like I said before, in these Filmarena editions, the other editions that you get inside this, the booklets will actually have a write-up of the movie. It's never the same, which is always great. So yeah, just a quick look at the booklet. So put that to a side, and here we go. This is the steelbook itself. So what I'm going to do with this steelbook is I'm actually just going to show you the lenticular cover, because I don't want to have to remove it off, and because the steelbook that's behind this lenticular is the same steelbook that you get through this entire set. So I'll show it in the next edition. So as you can see there, it's just Caesar and that young girl, and there's not a whole lot of movement with the lenticular on this one. And apologies that it's so dark looking. It's just that's how the lenticular looks. Unfortunately, it's nothing to do with my lighting, but I think you can get an idea of it. So yeah, that is just a quick look at the lenticular. So I will open this up. We have a few postcards in here as well. So let's have a look at these ones and see what you get inside. So right, here we go. So I'm going to be better prepared in my next editions. Trust me when I say that. So these are your few kind of still cards, and that's the backing on them. And yeah, it's just a couple of scenes, stills from the actual movie itself. Woody Harrelson in this movie, absolutely fantastic. As much as I love Andy Serkis as Caesar, I thought Woody Harrelson was fantastic. So yeah, just a quick look at the postcards there. And then that leads us on to a few of these smaller little cards. I think these might be character cards or something like that. And that's the backing on all these. As you can see, it's the same backing. And yes, it is some just character cards. So you got Andy Serkis there. Got Maurice, and then you have Preacher, Red Donkey, which is a very strange name for him. You've also got Nova, Winter, and then the Colonel. So yeah, that is just a couple of yeah, little character cards that you get with it. So that is everything that you get inside this edition of it. So like I said, I will show you the steelbook on the next edition, and I'll give you a good look at it. So yeah, let's get on to the second one. Right, so on to edition 2. God damn, that is dark. I'm not quite sure how this is going to come out in the camera, but we'll see how it goes. So I will quickly show the J card, but as you can see, you get your unique number there again. And of course, you got Caesar's sigil there as well. So right, let's get on to this release and see what we can do with it. So this is a single-sided lenticular, and it has Caesar's face on the cover. Folks, there's not a whole lot else I can do with this. Unfortunately, it is incredibly dark. And again, I have to stress this. This has nothing to do with my lighting. It's just the way the lenticular looks. And again, I'm trying to do my best here, but I think you get a good idea of what this cover is actually all about. So apologies for that, but there is quite a bit going on, as you can see, when you do move it. So, right, so let's get onto the spine of this one. So, as you can see there, you got a bit of that soft touch going on, and of course everything is all heavily spot glossed. And then right around to the back, and you've got that Caesar's sigil, that's all highly spot glossed as well, and of course you got that lovely soft touch paper as well. So yeah, very simple artwork on this edition as well. And trust me, that lenticular is quite nice. It's just it is hard to make out, and apologies again for my fingerprints. That is a disaster. Right, so there is, as you can see, this is edition 2, number 42 of 400 again. And then right around to the top, it just simply says For Family. And this is the contents inside this one. Right, so let's open this all up and have a look and see what's inside. So yes, you have your steelbook now and your War of the Planet of the Apes. So this steelbook, like I said in the last edition, it's the same steelbook in the last one, only for it doesn't have the lenticular. So I'm going to show you this now properly in a second. So right, let's get on to the booklet we have here. So it's one of the apes that you see in this movie. I think that, yeah, I was just sorry, I have to look at that again. I was just worried that it might have been Caesar, but no, it doesn't look like him. So nothing on the spine of it there, and there you go. You have Caesar on the back of it. Right, so let's open this up and see what's going on with this inside this one. So is it more stills from the movie? No, you actually do have a write-up here now. So yes, I'm always saying this, it's always different when it comes to Filmarena. And it's always great to see, it's just a write-up of the actual movie itself, some of the characters in it as well. So yeah, I'm not going to spend too much time with it, but you get the idea of it. So there we go, that is the booklet. So put that to a side, and before I bring in the steelbook, I'm better prepared now with this edition. So the cards here, I've actually taken them out of the plastic already. That's the backing of it, and as you can see, that is the basically what you see on the lenticular cover of this release. And again, it's just more character cards where you've got Maurice, you got Preacher there, but again, it's all different stills of them, which is nice. And Nova there, and then of course the Colonel. So yeah, just a couple of little cards there. So put that to a side. And then you got this some very unique looking artwork where it actually just makes up a sentence. So you got not, all, human, are, and then there's two cards here at the back. And as you can see, it says heroes. So yeah, just simple little artwork, little pieces of artwork on this. And again, that's the backings on them. So right, that's a quick look at the cards. And lastly is the steelbook itself. So this is actually quite a beautiful steelbook. I don't say this too much, but there's actually a bit of debossing going on with this. It's normally embossing, but there's a bit of debossing going on in this one, which is nice. It's different, and as you can see, it does have this beautiful high gloss finish to it, which again I do love. But the only problem with this is, and someone actually just brought it to my attention, and it is true, the only problem with high gloss steelbooks, you know, fingerprints do appear on it. You find yourself cleaning them a lot. So yeah, but the artwork is beautiful on it. So right, onto the spine we go. War of the Planet of the Apes. And then right around to the back, and check out the artwork on this. Now we've actually already seen this, I think it was on the back of one of the booklets. But to see it on the back of a steelbook just looks beautiful. So I really need to actually revisit this movie. I've only ever seen it once, but I'm such a fan of the trilogy. So right, that's the back artwork. You know what, I'll actually just show the steelbook in full, so you can get a good idea of it. So there we go. Right, so turn it around. And as you can see, I think the last edition was a Blu-ray edition. This one has the 3D disc, and you've also got the Blu-ray disc in the back there. and that's the still inside it. I'm not going to bother taking it out, but you kind of get an idea of it. So there you have it, folks. That is the second edition of this box set. Apologies for the cover of this one. It honestly just can't be helped. So right, let's get on to edition 3. Right, so here we go. This is the 4K edition that you get inside this one. So as per usual, I will start with the card on the back. And as you can see, I can't remember the ape. It's like is it Bad Ape or Bad Ugly Ape? Or so, I can't remember what his name is in it. But Steve Zahn does the voice of him, and he is unbelievable in this movie. And that's your number there, 42 of 400. So yeah, just a quick look at the back artwork there. So thankfully on this release we can actually see what's going on on the main cover. So yes, just another beautiful looking edition here. There's so much going on, a lot of spot glossing, lovely bit of texturing going on with Caesar's face there. And of course War of the Planet of the Apes, just like every edition in this, just has a lovely high spot gloss look to it. The paper doesn't have the soft touch that the previous 2 editions have. So yes, I'm almost saying it, something is always different. And honestly, I can't praise Filmarena enough for putting in so much work, which is clearly evident with this release. So yeah, that is just a close look at the artwork anyway, and it looks breathtaking. So right, onto the spine we go. So as you can see, this edition is quite thicker than the last one. This is a full XL edition. And yeah, that's just all that spot glossing again that we've seen on the other 2. And then there we go, that is Steve Zahn's character. Again, I can't remember his name, but it was something silly like, yeah, like Ugly Ape or something like that. But he's so adorable, he's sweet. Yeah, and I thought Steve Zahn done such a wonderful job, and I think he got universal acclaim for his voice acting in this movie. So as you can see, you got that texturing going on as well with this the back artwork. So yeah, that's just the back artwork, and then you got the For the Planet on the back, on the top of this one. And then right down to the bottom, and as you can see, there we go, you got the 4K, you got edition 3, and of course your matching number there as well. So that is the set itself, and there we go, that is the contents inside this one. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take this out. I will quickly start with the steelbook because it's the exact same steelbook, but there is one slight little difference as well. It is the 4K disc, but that's all the contents anyway that we're going to be looking at in this one. So right, let's start with the steelbook. So like I said, it is the steelbook. I'm not going to spend any time with it. It's the exact same. But when you do open it, the only difference is you got your 4K disc in there. So yeah, that's your 4K edition. You also got your 3D movie in there as well as the Blu-ray. So you're well covered. Right, so that's the steelbook. Get on to the booklet here. So the last booklet did have a write-up. This booklet does have a write-up as well. It is very different. I think the booklet in the last one, the write-up was about the movie itself, where this one is actually just talking about the characters that you actually see during this movie. I think that's what it was. I kind of just briefly went through it just before I started shooting this video here. And yeah, it is actually, it's just about every cast member in this movie. So right, that's a quick look at the booklet. Again, I'm not going to spend too much time with it, folks, because yeah, you know, as I says, it's a booklet. I don't want to spend too much time with it. It'll just drag on the video. So right, that's the booklet out of the way. And then this brings us on to our collector's cards. Now, there's actually quite a bit going on with these collector's cards. I'll be showing you now in a second. But yes, this is just a pure just gloss finish. There's no spot glossing going on, even though it kind of sometimes looks like it on the camera, but no spot glossing going on. And then this is the back of it here, and of course you got Caesar there on the horse, and it's kind of like almost like that kind of, it's almost like a blood splatter effect that you can actually sort of see there in the background. So yeah, and that's the spine of it there. Right, so let's open this up. And so you've got special art cards and you've got puzzle cards. Now, these puzzle cards make up a timeline, so I'm going to leave that till the end. I'm going to put the whole lot of them together. It's almost like a jigsaw puzzle, and I'll show you exactly what it looks like. But we'll start with these cards here. And this is the backings on them. So you've seen that artwork a couple of times during this set. And yeah, some just nice alternate artwork with these cards here. So you got Caesar there on the horse. And this one here says War has begun. And then what's this one here? We've got I Showed You Mercy. And then you've got another one here, and it just says Apes Together Strong. Actually, I love the artwork on that one. Absolutely beautiful. So these cards here, I'm just seeing if I can do it on the camera here, but it says evolution becomes revolution. Now I'm not quite sure if I can actually fit that in frame, but there we go. It just gives you an idea of it anyway. But yeah, it just says evolution becomes revolution, and again, it's just a few characters from the actual movie itself. So yeah, that's just a couple of the special art cards. So that will bring me on to the last bit of art cards here, and I'm just going to quickly show you them before I just cut off here and show you what the cards look like. But that's them there. It just forms a timeline. And it also does something, it forms the name of the movie on the backing as well. And I'm actually going to show both of them. So yeah, let's get right to it. Right, so here we go. That's all the cards together. And as you can see, it's actually making a timeline. Right from Rise, Dawn to War. So this is something very different from Filmarena. I've never seen anything like this from them before. So yeah, that just gives you an idea of what's going on here. It basically gives you a write-up of everything that actually happened during the course of each movie. So I'm actually going to just turn these around and I'm going to show you what it shows in the back of them. Right, so there you have it. That is the backing on these cards. So it just simply says Planet of the Apes. And of course you got Caesar's face there in the background. I love what they've done here. The eyes are part of the actual writing, but then the actual face is actually behind it. Very, very unique looking. And I have to give Filmarena credit here for doing something a little different with these art cards. So there we go, folks. That is the 3rd edition. So let's work our way onto the 4th one. Right, so on to the 4th edition we go. So I'm not going to spend much time. It is the steelbook again, but it does have another different type of lenticular cover, which is always great to see. You know, it would be nice to get different steelbooks with each release, but the fact that they put on lenticular covers, different lenticular covers, it almost feels like you're getting different steelbook, which I quite like. But the one thing I'm quickly going to show is that you do get a kind of a wraparound J card here, which you didn't get on the rest of the steelbooks. But as you can see, this is a 3D and a Blu-ray release. That is the card, which are a unique number. And as you can see, it shows that number again, and that's just a close look at some of the special features that you get on this set. So yeah, that's the quick look at the J card, and then I'm just going to show you the lenticular cover on this one. Again, it is so dark, and I'm going to try my best. As you can see, when I turn it like that, you get an idea of what this lenticular cover is all about. Again, it's the best I can do, unfortunately, with it. The lenticulars are just so dark on this edition, sorry. So yeah, look, it gives you an idea of it anyway. So right, that is just a close look at the lenticular. That is the 4th edition that you do get inside this set. So all that's left to do is to actually show the little gift that you get with it. Right, so lastly we have the gift itself. So as you can see, the artwork on this is the exact same artwork that we've seen on the postcards when I made them up. And of course you got War of the Planet of the Apes. And there is some heavy spot glossing going on there as well. So even on the collectible box, Filmarena went out all out and done a great job with the artwork on this. And then onto the spine of it, and again, you got all that spot glossing going on, as well as the opposite side. And then right around to the back, you just simply got some kind of like a bit of forest there and kind of a mist look to it. So not a whole lot to see there. So I will slide this open, and as you can see, it's the same again when you first says collectible gift. And then when I open it up, hopefully without any issue, you got another small box in there with collectible gift. And thankfully I am prepared, and I've already taken out the box here. And as you can see, it's just a simple jewellery box. And then when you open it up, here we go. And this is your gift that you get inside it. So it is Caesar's sigil that's so heavily featured through the entire trilogy. So I'm going to just take this out and give you a close look at it. But I'm actually, you know, Filmarena's gifts can be a bit hit and miss, but I actually do quite like this one. It is actually quite well made. There is a bit of weight to it as well, which is quite nice. So in case anyone's not really aware of it, this is the window that Caesar looks through in the first movie. It was James Franco's house. And yeah, it was a clever idea to actually put this in as the collectible gift itself. So there you have it, folks. That is everything inside this beautiful, beautiful edition of War of the Planet of the Apes. You know, you're kind of well covered, like I said during this video. You got the 3D version, you got the Blu-ray version, you got the 4K as well, and of course you got this absolutely beautiful gift with it as well. And I think Filmarena really knocked it out of the park with this one. Some of the artwork just looks sublime. So there you have it, folks. That is everything with this release. Right folks, so there you have it. That is everything inside this remarkable edition of War of the Planet of the Apes. Right, so when it comes to these one-click editions, I'm just looking up at my collection now, and I still think I have another three to actually show. And not only that, but my birthday is coming up in May, and my fiance has actually bought me another edition, one-click edition from Filmarena. So I have potentially 4 more videos to show when it comes to these releases. And I'm just taking my time with them. They can be actually a bit hard to shoot, believe it or not. It's very hard to kind of take you through this entire box set and keep talking about everything that you see. So I try to space them out as much as I can. I don't want it to go stale. So, and I hope you appreciate some of these releases that I am showing. I do really enjoy taking around them, and yeah, I'm looking forward to showing you the rest of them in the future. So there we have it folks, there we have it. So as per usual, if you did like what you see here, please do give it a thumbs up, and if you could do, leave a comment down below, and please do share your thoughts on this release and what did you think of the trilogy itself. And yeah, I hope to see you all again real soon with my next video. Until then, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.